How you doing? Buck and Bronco here, and today I have another car gadget review for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at Topvision's Portable Battery Booster for your car. So stick around and see why you might want to have one of these equipped in your vehicle as well. So as usual, let's start off with what comes in the box. In the box, you're going to get another box that is a hard case for carrying everything that comes inside and keeping it safe. You're obviously going to get the Topvision battery booster itself. You're going to get a USB-C charger cable, a 12-volt socket adapter. You're also going to get the jumper cables themselves, and as well as some instruction material. So now that we got all that good stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and take it over to the Bronco and check it out. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the other features that this device has and is capable of doing. So with those USB ports at the top there, you can plug in pretty much anything that charges through USB. So here I am plugging in a smartphone, which is, you can see, turning on there and charging with pretty much no problem at all. Up next here, we're going to go ahead and plug in the Bissell Aero Slim vacuum cleaner. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to check that out. Links in the description. But you can see that we plug that right in, turn it on, and we're charging with no problem at all. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the 12-volt socket adapter feature here. You can see we're plugging into the DC output port, and now we can pretty much plug in any device that uses that socket. So here I have a mini air compressor, which we can plug in, turn on, and it works perfectly fine, and that's great to have. Now we're going to jump into the main feature, the engine start port. So we can open that port there, take these jumper cables that are included, and plug them right in. And once you have seated them correctly, they're pretty much good to go from there. You can jumpstart your car, charge your battery, whatever you may need. Now we can take a look. There's just a little flashlight at the top, which is always good to have. Always have a flashlight in your vehicle, and this one at least double features it on the top there. So now we can just take a look at how to charge the device. Same place in the back of the Bronco, there's a 12-volt socket. We can take the included USB-C cable with that little adapter that I have mentioned previously, and you can just go ahead and plug it into that USB-C in/out port. And once you do, it's charging no problem at all. And that's pretty much as far as the device features go. So now let's go ahead and take a look under the hood to see how this device would perform in a real-world situation. So you can see we're pulling the hood latch there. We're going to lift the hood and take the prop rod, put it in the proper location, and now we want to locate the battery. On the Bronco, it's in the top right corner. Yours may be different, but they all pretty much look the same. So we can go ahead and take off the battery terminal cover, and what we want to do now is locate the negative and positive terminals. And once you've done that, we can go ahead and get our device ready. We can take a look at the instruction manual, as you should with any new hardware that you're going to be using, just to make sure we're going to do it right. We can go ahead and take our device, the jumper cables, and locate that engine start port and plug in our terminals to that engine start port, and then we can go ahead and clip on our positive and negative clips in the proper location. So the black is for the negative and the red is for the positive, just to keep that in mind. And we can hit the power button and go ahead and start the car, just like that. So now all that's really left to do is take the jumper cables off our device and off the battery, and we're pretty much good to go. So this was a great test, but now I really want to see what this device is capable of. We're going to check out how many times we can crank an engine on a 1999 Jeep Cherokee Sport that has a 4.0 cylinder straight 6 engine. Let's go. So here we are. We can go ahead and prop up the hood, and I'll explain just a little bit about what this test is going to be like. In the next few clips, you're going to see me removing a fuel pump relay, and what that's going to do is essentially stop the engine from receiving fuel. Thus, the car won't start. But that's exactly what we want. While that may be bad in most situations, here it's going to allow us to crank the engine over for as long as we want, getting an idea of how powerful the output is of our device. So here you can see I'm cranking the engine off the battery power, and it doesn't start, which is good. That's exactly what we want. So now we want to get an idea of how many times we can crank the engine with just the output of our device. So that's why you see me here disconnecting the battery, and we're going to go straight off of the power of this device. So we're going to go ahead and put in our battery clips. We want to match up our polarity, positive on positive and negative on negative. And once we have that done, we can go ahead and hit the power button and crank the engine. So as you can see, it's cranking for quite a while, which is exactly what we want. This is incredible to see a device of this form factor be able to turn over an engine of this size. It's a 4.0 liter straight 6, which is probably one of the larger engines that you'll see every day. So I have no doubt that your everyday car, this will be able to handle it, whatever you throw at it. So again, these are excellent results. We want to see this continue to happen for as long as possible. And I'm just going to continue this test about 4 or 5 times on the single charge that it did have. And I really didn't finish testing because I have a feeling I would have been there for a while. But if the car doesn't start in this amount of time, there's probably something wrong with it. So I'll just go ahead and let this run out here. And one more time here. Again, it's not like the device is dead, it's just this was more than enough of a result for me to be able to know how powerful this device really was. And as I put the Jeep back together here, we're going to go ahead and go back over to the office and get our final conclusions on this device. That sums up the car gadget review of the Topvision Portable Battery Booster. This device performed excellently and really feel it's something you should consider having inside your vehicle. If you do consider buying one, there's a link in the description that you can click on. It'll take you right to Amazon where you can purchase one for yourself. I'm definitely glad to have it in the back of my Bronco, and know you probably will too if you get one. That's about it from me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and bye-bye.